Hey guys, welcome to the Game and Party channel. I'm Mike Davis.
I'm Jesse Davis.
I'm Karen Boatwright.
And we are going to be playing Haggis today. I'm going to teach my friends here how to play the game Haggis. This is a three-player card game. Actually, you can play it two-player also, but it's a three-player card game. It's been out for a long time, but it is a small card game, and it's for 13 and up. Plays 2 to 3 players and plays in about 45 minutes. It's a set collection or a trick-taking game. If you ever played one of those like spades or hearts, it's a very similar game to that. It's got a very strange deck though. It has the numbers 2 through 10 and then 5 different suits in the deck. Very odd shapes for these suits, so I'm not even going to call them by any names. I'm just going to say they're green and red and silver if we have to call them by suit or something, okay? All right, so the way it works is everybody gets 3 cards placed in front of them right up front at the beginning of the game, and these are the Jack, Queen, and King. These are actually double-sided because they don't ever go in your hand. They stay on the table in front of you. So these will be in front of each one of us. We also each get 1 betting chip, and we can bet 15 or 30 points at the beginning of a round also. And the playthrough is pretty simple. We basically deal out 14 cards to each person, and then each person is going to look at their hand and start playing sets of cards out on the table. And the object of the game is to get rid of all of your cards out of your hand at first. And you do that by playing sets and by playing runs. Now there's a card that has a little cheat card that we get in the game that tells us what the sets and what runs are. This is great. This is from Indie Boards and Cards. They're the ones that published this one. And this is a great little card that shows basically the sets and the runs and everything you can do in the game. And I'm not going to try to read all those off and memorize them, but basically you can play a single card, you can play a pair of cards, you can play like 7, 8, 9 in a row of the same suit, kind of like Rummy and other games like that you may have played in the past. And you're basically playing those cards to get them out of your hand, and then the next person in line is going to play the exact same type of set you just played. So if you play a pair, the next person has to play a pair, and the next person has to play a pair, but it has to be a higher pair. So if I play a pair of 2s, Jesse would have to play a pair of 3s or higher, and then Karen had to play something higher than that. And we keep going around, and you can pass if you want. Even if you can play on it, but you don't want to, you can pass if you want. But once 2 people in sequence have passed, whoever the third person was that played that last set on top, they win that trick, and they take those cards. And each card has, actually the odd cards have points on them, the even ones don't. So that's one of the interesting things about Haggis, is if you look at the cards, the 7, the 9, and the 5, and 3, they all have points on each card. There's a little the little ones here. Those are actually the points on those cards. And so you want to collect odd numbered cards in the game, which is great. The even number ones don't have those little point values. But you also can get points by using your Jack, King, and Queen as wilds in the game. And the Jack is worth 2, the Queen's worth 3, and the King is worth 5 points in the game. So if you play one of those as a wild in your hand, and you win that hand, you'll get those points also. And also when you go out, as soon as you go out, as soon as that last card comes out of your hand, if you're the first person to go out, you get 5 points for each card left in whoever has the most cards left in their hand. So if say I went out and Jesse had 2 cards left in her hand and Karen had 5, then I'd get 5 times 5, 25 points for each of the cards left in her hand right as soon as I throw that last card down. You still complete the round, she'll play it out, but whoever goes out first gets those cards. You continue playing the round until the second person has gone out, and then that's the end of the round. Whoever went out in the round then collects the cards of the person who has any cards left in their hand. So if there's any points left in their hand, they get them. So you want to try to get those points out of your hand. And you also get the Haggis. And the Haggis is when you deal out all of these cards, you take the last 3 and basically place them off to the side. And that's kind of a Haggis there. There could be points in it. There may not be. But whoever went out first is going to get those cards also at the end of the game, or the end of the round. Alright, so that's pretty much how you play the game, and you can use these Jack, King, Queen as wilds in any of these sets here. The set that you play, or the sequence that you play, must contain at least 1 non-wild card, so you can't just play your Jack and your Queen and King all together as a wild, set of 3 or whatever. But they will be played as a bomb. So there's bombs in the game, that's right. Now, not the ones you actually blow things up, but the sets of cards. So they're on the bottom of this little sequence, this little cheat sheet that we have here. It's got bombs listed across the bottom there. And a bomb is basically a set of these odd sets of cards. So 3, 5, 7, 9 of 4 different suits. A jack and a queen can be played as a bomb. A king and a king, a jack and a king, or all 3 of these, or a 3, 5, 7, 9 of the same suit can all be played as a bomb across the bottom there. And what a bomb does is it wins the round for you. Well, it doesn't win the round for you. You potentially could win the round, but someone else can then play a higher bomb on top of that to bomb your bomb. And but if, let's say, you play a bomb and no one else bombs, they end up all passing, you win that round. So you get to go first next turn, but you don't take the trick. So any points that were in that trick, you're going to send them to one of your opponents. And you get to decide which opponent gets those cards when you play the bomb. So if it comes to my turn, let's say Karen had played 3 8s and I didn't have 3 9s or 3 10s, I can just say, I'm going to bomb that with my jack and my queen here. If no one else wants to do that, great, but I'm just giving my jack and my queen to someone else in the game. I gave them those points, so you may not want to do that unless you really have a good hand that you're ready to go out on. But that's basically the gist of the game. The betting, the way that works is you can bet at the beginning of a round as long as you haven't played a card yet. So let's say Jesse goes first, plays a couple cards, Karen follows that. I can then make my bet then if I want to, as long as I haven't played any cards from my hand. And I can pass and let you guys play a round or two and keep passing. And eventually, when it gets to where I need to play a card, then I can place my bet. So if I've got like a really good set of cards in my hand, I think I'm going to win. You want to bet those. If you bet 15 or 30 points at the end of the round, if you don't go out first, then those points go to the person who did go out first. So if I'd bet 30 points and I didn't go out first, but Karen did, Karen would actually get those points in the game. Alright, so that's our video on how to play Haggis. If you'd like to see us do a round of Haggis, click on the link in the description, and we hope to see you on another video.
Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, how about give us a like and maybe subscribe. If you have an idea for a video for us to do in the future, we'd love to hear it in the comments below. Thanks for watching.